Welcome to Session 4. Session 4 is on effective citizenship education. What are the objectives for this session? We have 3 objectives. 1 is we're able to define the concept of effective citizenship education. 2, state at least 2 perspectives of effective citizenship education. Then 3, explain at least 3 characteristics of an effective citizenship education. Before we look at what the characteristics of effective citizenship are, let's quickly look at some perspectives or viewpoints as far as effective citizenship is concerned. There are basically 3 views. The first one has to do with social and moral responsibility. What it means is that effective citizenship education should help learners from the very beginning develop attitudes such as self-confidence, develop socially and morally responsible behaviors. They should be responsible for whatever actions and inactions they have undertaken. And this also show respect to authorities. If they disagree with authority, if they disagree with their colleagues, what should they do? Effective citizenship education should be able to equip learners social and moral responsibility. The other viewpoint as far as effective citizenship education is concerned is that effective citizenship education should inculcate or develop the habit of actively involved in community issues. It is also termed as education through citizenship. So within this context, the focus is on helping students to identify problems in their locality or in their community, even in the school, and how this problem can be solved. For example, in our communities, we can have galamsey, land degradation, or water pollution. We should help students or learners identify this problem and how this problem can be dealt with. The last point of view has to do with political literacy. This is where learners or students learn how to render useful services in the public life through the knowledge that they have acquired, the skills and the values they have learned over the years. It is also termed as education for citizenship. Have a look at the viewpoints of effective citizenship education. Our attention is now on characteristics of an effective citizenship education. What are the features of an effective citizenship education program? The first one is that citizenship is effective if our schools and classroom environment, including our culture, allow core democratic values. In our classrooms, in our schools, do we allow students or learners to air their view? Do we allow them to ask questions during lessons? Do we accept their views? Do we encourage them to ask questions? Do we involve them in classroom rules and regulations? Then the next one, we have to allow students unimpeded opportunities to participate in class or school governance. Just as I said, let students involved. They should even be allowed to elect their own leaders. the prefectorial system we have in our schools? Do we impose leaders on them? Again, students civic knowledge, skills, and values are taught explicitly and systematically at all grade levels. So all classes, class 1 to the upper class, JHS 1 to JHS 3, SHS 1 to SHS 3, do we teach students knowledge about citizens, what they are supposed to do, the skills and the values across all the classes? Related to this is the fact that we should teach citizenship education as an integrated curriculum. It means that whatever subject you are teaching, if you are teaching English, you can integrate citizenship education in your lesson. If you are teaching mathematics, if you are teaching integrated science, whatever subject you are teaching, you should find a space to integrate citizenship education. Another characteristic is that all the learning experiences should not be limited to the four corners of the classroom. You should make learning indeed real. The next characteristic, you will make conscious effort to teach learners their history. The history we are talking about their people, the past, as well as their tradition. Then we must also ensure that citizenship education provides students with opportunity to participate in simulation, national service schemes, conflict resolution programs, and whatever have you. Less learners engaged in community activities through the knowledge they have acquired, the skills and the values as well. In this session, we have identified the viewpoints of effective citizenship education. Then also we look at some characteristics that effective citizenship education should entail. We looked at issues that have to do with the classroom environment being very accommodating, how students are given the chance to participate in the school governance system, that we apply civic knowledge, skills, and values through what we teach in a systematic manner. Then we also look at the fact that we should integrate citizenship education throughout and across the curriculum. So by way of summary, these are some of the things that we have looked at in this session. Self-assessment question 1. Discuss 4 characteristics of an effective citizenship education. You share your response with your colleagues. Thank you for your audience.